The hardware and software that you are using is made by people, and people make mistakes. That is why hardware and software has bugs. Sometimes these bugs are just an annoyance. They prevent some function of your system from working properly. But sometimes these bugs are opportunities for attacks. They are vulnerabilities. Every day, new vulnerabilities are being discovered and published. In the last 5 years, the number of new vulnerabilities has increased by 180%, a total of more than 18,000 in 2020. That means 50 new vulnerabilities each and every day. They are cataloged with an identifier called CVE, a Common Vulnerabilities and Exposures ID. If you have never worked with them, these identifiers might seem obscure, but it pays to keep an eye out for them. The largest cybersecurity incidents of recent years can each be linked to one of these CVEs. The Equifax hack, exposing the personal data of 56% of American adults, enabled by CVE 2017-5638. The hack of the United Nations, facilitated by CVE 2019-0604. The WannaCry attacks of 2017 affected more than 230,000 computers in over 150 countries. The Petya ransomware the same year took down whole companies from Maersk to FedEx. Both became possible by this CVE. So how can you determine which vulnerabilities are the most dangerous for you and your individual IT infrastructure before it is too late? Sometimes vulnerabilities get their own name and a logo: Eternal Blue, Heartbleed, Samba Cry. Unfortunately, not all of the critical vulnerabilities get a catchy name, and not all vulnerabilities with the name pose the biggest threat in practice. You can examine the CVSS, the vulnerability score assigned by the National Vulnerability Database. But while a CVSS of 10 does usually mean that you should drop everything else that you're doing and evaluate this vulnerability, you will first have to determine if it is even applicable in your IT environment. Once you have answered that question, the real question most of the time is there an exploit? Are the details of the vulnerability really known publicly? Or have attackers not yet figured out how to actually exploit it in the wild? So the next and final warning sign is when a CVE appears in the news, because it was successfully used in some high-profile hack or because widespread ongoing attacks can be observed. So ideally, you would have a tool that allows you to match newly published CVEs to your infrastructure, a tool that monitors new developments and warns you when a new exploit appears, but the tool should also read worldwide news to alert you whenever there are ongoing or pending attacks on hardware and software that you are using. This is exactly what CS-Tool.io does. It's free, it's open source, and we are going to take a look at how you can use it to sleep just a little bit better at night if you're responsible for the security of an IT product or IT infrastructure. In our next video, we're going to set up our product inventory, sign up for vulnerability alerts and news alerts, and learn how we can identify the most dangerous vulnerabilities. The link to that next video is in the video description below. Thank you for watching and see you next time.